Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the testimony you will give, so help you God?
I do. Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Rozelle. Now I'm here with my boy
Roman Christopher.
I'm also here with my boy.
There you go.
And you already know what it is, yo. This is 860's Blunt Truth, where we just tell nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth. Let's get it.
What up, fellas? What's going on with y'all?
Yo, what's going on, yo?
Yeah.
Chillin', man, chillin', yo. That intro sounds fire, man. You do the hell of a job on it. For real.
Cash is a monster, yo. Our boy Christopher Roman is a monster.
Appreciate y'all.
Engineer of the year.
Yeah, appreciate that for
put
sure.
That down. That's just fire. That intro's fire.
Yeah, we just gonna get better and better. But yo, that was a group thing, man. Everybody's ideas came together to make that happen. So
True that.
good luck with y'all too.
Well, we have another one.
Yes, sir. Got one going.
What's going on today? What's on the topics for today?
Yeah, so I got a few for y'all. See where y'all knowledge at with everything, or what y'all belief system is like. Right now, we're gonna set it off with this though. What y'all know about parasites? You know, I'm talking about all types of parasites. They've been around for a while now, and I'm gonna start with you, Rozelle. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on parasites in this world right now?
First of all, parasites have been around since the beginning of time. They're just as old as man, you know, just as old as creation. And the reason being is because I believe that parasites are needed. I believe that if the lack of parasites would cause our blood, our white blood cells, to become not effective anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because the white blood cells' primary purpose is to create antibodies, right, to fight off germs and diseases.
That's interesting.
So if there was no parasites in our bodies and parasites living on the earth, then the white blood cells would have no job at all whatsoever, and then everybody would probably die off to like certain things like the common cold.
Got you. That's interesting. I ain't look at it like that. That's definitely another way to look at it for sure. I ain't never get that deep into it. What's your thoughts, Jacko?
I don't know, man. That was really deep. I mean, I just think they're gross. I mean, I don't see the thought of parasite, but they do exist. They have been around for a long time. They're an organism just like we are. So despite what I think or how I personally feel about it, like it's a part of you know, what the space that we inhabit. So it basically shares the same energy that we do. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously here for a reason. It wouldn't be if it didn't have a purpose. So whatever that purpose is, though, see, and the funny thing about this, so like maybe parasites have been around since the beginning of time. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they're man-made. Maybe they're not. We don't know. You know what I mean? We really don't know. Like for sure, because there are a lot of creatures I've been seeing now that I'm like, man, something out of a sci-fi book, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
These guys are just breeding something different out there. It's weird, the genetic modifications they're doing nowadays.
I definitely feel you. Like, it's crazy because I did some research on it as well, like a little deeper. And parasites affect everything and everybody differently. It's crazy. Like smaller animals that get parasites, they can actually get to a point where the parasite kills the animal, but the animal is still alive because the parasite actually took over the body and the brain. It's crazy. But with humans, it's different. So like, I think there's 8 different parasites or something like that we get in our bodies from foods that we eat and stuff like that. Things that mold in our body or meats. Meats actually cause parasites in our bodies a lot faster than other foods and flour as well. And it's crazy because with us, the parasite can't take over our brain, which who knows? Maybe they can. Maybe that's why some people do crazy shit. And you're like, what the hell he do that for? Like, maybe it did. But from what I understand, what they were saying is that it takes over our bodies in different ways. So like that's why we get sweet cravings. That's why we get cravings for certain foods. It's because we're feeding that parasite. The parasite is controlling our taste buds and our feelings in our body and our blood. So our body is not supposed to be eating half these things, but we want it because that parasite is saying, let me get that.
That's
It's
exactly.
crazy. So the way it's controlling us, our taste buds.
Right. So
Well,
it does have a form of control over us.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to cleanse our bodies from time to time, get them parasites out of there.
yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing me a 15-day gut cleanse.
Yeah, that'll be good, man. I'm definitely trying to do something myself because it also causes inflammation, and you know that's when injuries come and all this pain. Wake up in the morning like, oh, I'm sore.
Well, they said everything stems from a certain parasite in your body. Syphilis, AIDS, mucus in your chest, mucus in your nose, in your nasal passage,
Cancers, right?
cancers,
Yep.
fucking diabetes. Everything they said is created by a different parasite
Yep.
that lives in you.
Yep.
That is the byproduct of the parasite.
And these things are the byproducts of the parasite that lives in you.
Yeah, I heard that.
You're
too.
not supposed to have it in your body. You're trying to figure out how to get rid of it.
They said a lot of times, in order to cure yourself from different things, 'cause everything can be cured, you have to find a way to get rid of that parasite.
Exactly. And not just kill it, because from what I understand, you can't just kill it and leave it in your body. You have to flush it out of your body as well.
If you kill it, then it decays inside you.
Exactly.
And that can be bad.
That could be worse, yeah. So it's crazy. Like, it's a lot to it, man. A lot of people don't know. I think y'all should do y'all research out there and cleanse this world, man. I feel like if we got rid of them things from our bodies will naturally create the things we're supposed to have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it won't be nasty to us. Like, you know, sometimes we eat something good and we're like, ugh.
Exactly.
Like parasites, like, nah, keep that away.
Yeah, I don't want that. It's healthy.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
But they definitely have what they call like zombie parasites, like you were saying, that will definitely enter the bodies of a host and can totally control them, their cravings, their actions, and everything. And that's scary, bro.
That is scary.
If a small organism can do that to a beetle or an ant or a wasp or something one day, what for a larger one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's over, bro.
That's crazy. Definitely something. It's scary, but it's a lot of stuff that people don't even think
And
about.
it's possible, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's possible.
What's
real
really
possible.
funny to me is like that goes back to the David and Goliath story we talked about. Something small can take down something big. Because you think about the human body in itself, it's fascinating how we get sick. And it's the tiniest, it's a microscopic germ you can't even see with the naked eye, but it will take you down and potentially kill you if it's not treated properly.
Right, exactly.
So in this world, you know, we think we're like all powerful, whatever the case may be, but you know what? It could be something super small that can take us out, or something insanely large. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. So
I don't know why I got dark there. My bad.
Nah,
That's all good, man. You know what we do here.
right?
Accept all opinions.
That's what we all here for.
Light, dark, it don't matter.
If y'all disagree or agree with us, or y'all know more on it, we'd
You know
like
what
to
to
be
do.
educated. Let us know.
Leave a comment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Comment down
seriously,
below.
like, subscribe, share, comment, hit us up.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Agree to disagree and agree to agree if you want.
Yes, sir. If we do more research, we'll come back to this topic and let you guys know a little more. But for now, we are into one of y'all favorite segments, and one of mine, to be honest with you. Riddle of the Day by Rozelle.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, so today's riddle goes as such. What comes twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a month? If you know the answers, you already know what to do.
Comment.
Leave
Let
it
us
in the
know.
comment.
Yeah, we got the cheat code. He let us know before the show.
Uh-huh.
But we didn't get it either, though.
Once
We're
again,
not telling y'all nothing.
what comes twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a month? On to the next topic, please.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go. All
Hey,
right.
real quick, before we move on to anything else, has anybody heard anything new about that whole Terrence Howard situation? No,
I haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. It's pretty much the same.
Kind of feel like they're trying to bury it a
to
little
stand
bit.
still a little bit. There's a lot of people actually, now that you bring that up, there's a lot of people actually, and a lot of comments now saying that people are saying he's smart when he's really nothing like they're saying he is. Like they're trying to downgrade him now, trying to call him dumb and say that he's not really smart. He's just delusional.
Right. Of course. That's the agenda.
Yeah, pretty much. That's that word right there. You're gonna hear that word a lot.
Especially from me, because I believe heavily in it.
But as soon as we find out more info, we'll get back into that though.
I figured,
Right.
That's kind of how the pattern I've been seeing happening here. First, they tried to pawn it off as somebody else's idea who happened to be a white man, and then they decided to say, oh no, they're going to disprove him by having all these scientists come up and no, this is why he's crazy.
Well, oddly, they're actually starting to do that to Billy Carson now. They're actually starting to call him delusional and say he's a fake, he's a fraud, and all this stuff.
They have
to. They got to because the truth is coming out.
Once a man of color comes out and speaks against the narrative, and that man starts to gain followers, listeners, and he may change people's opinions, the way they think, it's mandatory.
It's a threat.
They hush him.
Yeah.
First by discrediting him, you know what I'm saying, calling him crazy. And if that don't work, we already know what happens. If that don't work. So, yeah, Billy Carson, you say a lot of things that make sense. I appreciate a lot of the knowledge you share with us. But watch yourself, bro, because you can easily be a target, man. These people out here, they don't like what you're saying.
No, that's facts.
Right.
He was actually on the
not a threat. That's us. That's genuine concern. We appreciate the information you give us and the knowledge that you have.
100%.
Hopefully one day Terrence and Billy Carson to come on our show, give us a little insight.
Oh man, that'd be amazing, man.
More than welcome. Yeah. More than welcome. Listen, I would definitely. If Terrence Howard told me he was taking on an apprentice, I'd sign up right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, hands down.
So with that being said, if y'all like the show, comment and like. And if y'all like what we talking about, to get them on the show, make sure you share this to them. If y'all can find Billy Carson and Terrence Howard, tag them with this episode. Let them know that we would love to have them on. And if y'all want to hear that, make sure y'all do that.
You already know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. You saying something else you heard too.
Yeah,
right?
So the next topic we're going to get to, China. China landing on the far side of the moon. They've done it more than once. I think the first time they did it was in 2019. What do you guys think about that? And what do you think the agenda is there? The word agenda.
I think the agenda is to touch base with the aliens that are stationed there. Because rumor has it, allegedly, that's where the space stations are on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, but I guess they call it the dark side. But I guess from what they were saying, that it's actually not dark. It's just the side you can't see.
Well, yeah, so it's dark. There's no light. You know what I'm saying? We don't ever see it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't see it.
We don't ever see it.
Yeah.
Now, why is that? The Earth rotates and the moon rotates and the sun rotates and everything's turning and spinning. Why can't you look in the moon on any given day and only see the same exact moon?
That's facts. Almost like it's just sitting still.
Just sitting still, man. Just waiting to go back. It has certain spots to go to. Bing, bing. Kind of like a clock. It moves. There's certain spots. But it keeps moving around. But it don't spin. The bitch don't spin.
Nope. And it's crazy.
I don't think the moon spins either.
It don't spin.
And it's crazy how it's out when the sun is out now too, right?
Yeah.
It's like
but I'll tell you, if the moon spun like the Earth did, it would eventually come off of its axis. It wouldn't be in the same spot for as long as it has been.
Right, of course not.
It would have been blown off course or some shit and went flying somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then our planet would have been fucked because we would have had all kinds of, giant waves and whatever else that would have came with that. But, our universe, there's a lot of secrets to it.
Well,
So what's your thoughts on the agenda? Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on it? What do you think their agenda is for it?
I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
China landing on the far side of the moon. They did it in 2019, I believe. I believe Neil Armstrong even said that they're proving that he actually did land on the moon and on that side of the moon. And he said there was bunch of junk back there, some bases. I guess they found a pyramid or like pyramids back there or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but that's from my understanding. But what do you think the agenda is? China went back out there and landed on there twice.
The agenda is simply just getting technology. That's what it boils down to. At the end of the day, if other life forms got there before we did, and the same structures that exist down here exist up there, just like they exist on Mars. Because Billy Carson has actually talked about these things. He's put people onto a website you could go on to. It's a government official website that has pictures of statues, of carvings, of pyramids on different planets, on where land rovers have been taking these pictures for over, since NASA's gone in space. So the information's there. We're just not looking. Mm-hmm. And if these civilizations, if these structures can be found on all these different surfaces, not just on, like, for example, people think Egypt, like the common conspiracy is that Egypt is the only location that has pyramids. That's not true. Mexico, Antarctica, Canada, America. There are 3 locations in Ecuador. Like,
isn't it to be said they found some on Mars?
Yeah, they found some on Mars. So if these things exist all over, then that means that there is a quote-unquote alien, a being that has a consciousness, that is functional, that has power, that has technology, that has abilities, and has knowledge in a capacity that we don't, that have been here before. And it's funny because a lot of people say the end of the earth, that's all nonsense, whatever, but we don't know that for sure. And the reality is they could be coming back, these alien type beings who crossbred with us and created a whole experimental, what I believe is an experimental planet. It's a breeding ground planet. It's a planet to breed slaves, to have products to come back to when they finish journeying wherever they decided to go to, that took them millennia to get there, and then come back, and then thousands of years later it's like,
which we are pretty much the slaves when you think about it.
Right, we're going to come in, we're going to check our product, we're going to see, where they are physically, mentally. If they're too advanced, we're going to knock their civilization down. We've done it thousands of times in the past. Atlanta, the great cities like the ones that are in, oh my God, I can't even remember the tribe now, but they're like, these cities have been around for thousands of years before we came along with advanced technology. How did they get wiped out?
Which is a good point, because
more advanced.
That's kind of like what I was trying to get to with the whole thing too. As far as my opinion of it is, I feel like it's all about power. So it's like everybody's racing to get to that side of the moon and find the technology first. Because if they get that, they can probably make the ultimate weapon to handle everybody else around them.
No, but
break down the technology and use it for themselves.
Well, think about how long America. I'm sorry to cut you off, but think about how long America has. All right, so Neil Armstrong went up there. He found it first, right? If we were the first to get up there before China, if that's true, how many rockets have they sent to the moon because they were just going to the moon? Or we're just sending satellites, or we're just doing... They have made more trips to the moon than we can fathom. But they've never sent anything up. As many times they've been asked, are you guys going to build a base up there? Like, what are your plans? Why do you keep visiting so much? Like, what's the expectation here? It's not that they were bringing shit up. They're bringing stuff down.
Now,
and
see,
they've been bringing things down.
The thing about all that is I've done some research and watched some clips and read a couple articles, and allegedly they've had bases on the dark side of the moon for years now already. It's not about trying to get the power or get there first, get the technology. Technology has already been salvaged. They said that on the dark side of the moon, when they first got there, they found a ship. Now, they used to be on YouTube, the photograph of the pilot and everything. They found a ship that was a capsule shape of a capsule, pretty much, and it was 3 miles long.
Damn.
3 miles long.
That's crazy. You imagine? That
was long.
And it said that when they found the pilot, it was a lady.
So, just to get this correct real quick, to let you go back, this is an ancient type. You talking about they set this up, or this was already there?
They found this on the moon.
Oh, okay, got you.
Now,
crazy.
allegedly they found this on the moon, and when they found her, they say she still had her clothes on, she still had the skin. She has up color. She was as dark as me. She was up color. She looked more like
mummified,
like a bronze color,
almost like a brown, like a tannish. You know what I'm saying? Color, like a real dark Puerto Rican. Not that dark, but golden.
Got you.
Kind of like that color. You know what I'm saying? She had cheeky eyes. Her eyes were closed, but they had cheeky eyes. In her pineal gland, dude. It was like a big ass hump where I was at. Now the thing about it was, crazy. They said that the only thing they found on the ship was her and another gray. So they believe that she was the sole pilot because she was found at the helm of the ship. You know what I'm saying? Inside the chair. Now this is the thing that's crazy. They did a carbon what's it called?
Carbon dioxide or
they carbon tested to check for the age of things, and they said that they estimated that the ship had been there, not her, but the ship had been there for at least 1 million years.
That's wild. I believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
And then I seen another clip where a guy who worked for the government said they were at a base on the dark side of the moon, and he described it the same exact way. Another capsule-like ship landed, and he said the doors opened up, and he said about 30,000. Don't quote me on the number. Tall, about 8-9 feet tall, dark-skinned soldiers all exited the ship. And he said, and they had these weapons. He said, "Have you ever seen somebody who had that look on their face like they've never been defeated, like just that cocky look?" Yeah. He said they all had that look, like
I done been through some shit.
Like
I ain't gonna stop.
They've never been defeated. And he said, and then the head guy came off the ship and explained to them. And this was coming from somebody that was high up in the government rankings, allegedly. He said that they had control of the universe. So there were different kind of beings out there, but they controlled and superseded everything. Mm-hmm. He said they looked like 9 foot tall African Americans. He said, they were dark skinned black people. And they said they control everything, and that they were coming back.
Sounds like Anunnaki to me.
So you know what I'm saying? So
exactly what it sounds like.
So maybe China is going to try to beg for her life. You know what I'm saying? Or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They maybe try to set up base because they know what's coming. But what's coming is going to be devastating no matter where you're at.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, it's too much greed and too much people wanting power. Like it's just not. It's not going to work. No matter what, it's not going to work. No matter what we find, no matter what it is, somebody's going to get it into the wrong hands. That's just what it be. And let us know what y'all think, man, out there in the audience with this conversation. If y'all know more, too, let us know. Like we said, y'all could be part of the show.
We definitely welcome all ideas and opinions here on A60's Blunt Truth.
Yes, sir. Once we get y'all dedicated, too, eventually we're going to open up a phone line so y'all could actually hit us up live. We're gonna get to that. We'll get to that. We'll
definitely.
Keep your ears open. Remember, like, subscribe, share.
We just gotta make sure that the people want to hear what we gotta say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before we give you 100% of what we got, we gotta make sure you're at least craving the 60.
Big
you know what I'm saying? Yes.
Let us know what type of content y'all want to hear too more about. We could do some research on it and send it to y'all. Yeah. So what that's y'all final thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I believe that, they've been there, they've been going there, and nothing new, you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because if all that stuff got taken down at one point, it might be back up because I heard from what I understand anyway, they declassified all that information, so it's not top secret anymore. Like they actually put it out to the public, so we could do some more research. The audience could do more research and find out more too. Should be stuff up there.
Excuse me, yo. That was me.
Yeah, so yeah, that was good. So we get into the next topic real quick. This one's a little different. I mean, I don't know how much research we have on this, but this one's pretty deep. It's kind of a crazy one, man. Like it's kind of an anomaly. Mohenjo-Daro civilization.
Mountain of the Dead.
Yeah, Mountain of the Dead. They say to this day, there's still bodies lying out on the floor after thousands of years of being dead, holding hands, and no animals came over and ate them. Nobody's done anything to them. They just left them there, and they're still there if you go check them out to this day. They try to say it was a bombing that happened. They say it was like some type of nuclear thing because all the rocks and everything is still burning at a high degree, basically.
Right,
And,
right.
so like a volcanic level even, and the radiation is high. So I don't know. I got my thoughts on that, but I want to hear your thoughts on that. So I'm gonna start with you, Yaiko. What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I remember once upon a time there were stories of countries testing nuclear bombs. Makes you wonder where they started testing these bombs at. And, you know, maybe one of them kind of went off course and fried a small little city of people. And then they wrote it off and changed history. You know what I mean? It only takes about, 100 years to change history
You
or
better
something?
fucking believe it. I mean, you know what? I never thought of it that way, bro. I was just gonna say, you know, this was a long time ago. This was ancient, so maybe, you know what I'm saying, like maybe a spaceship that crashed there, and the nuclear generators used the power of that bitch back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tainted the earth. But the fact that you said it was easy for them to have bombed somewhere and then change history is a great fucking point.
So the only thing I gotta say to that, because there was somebody that brought up a good point when I saw the comments, and there was a great point.
Mhm.
If there was a bomb that exploded, or even some kind of comet or something that hit the Earth at that point, the bodies wouldn't still be whole.
Yeah.
They would be
would've
scattered
smashed.
or smashed.
Well, it all depends. It all depends on where you're at, as opposed, like, are you experiencing the actual impact from the bomb, or are your skin getting burnt off from the
Debris and radiation.
from the radiation from the blowback,
Yeah.
from the impact? You know what I'm saying? Because once it hits, that mushroom goes up and it spreads out for thousands of miles or hundreds of miles, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How big the bomb is, and anything in its path is just going to get fried.
Now that determines the whole question of that is, where did the bomb actually hit?
Right, because you'd have to see the center to
Exactly.
actually know for a fact. I was going to say that. It's a good point. You'd have to see the landing site to determine whether it was a bomb, because
Did
to
it even
your
hit
point-
anybody too, you know?
Right, and to your point, if it was ancient technology that supersedes what we have today,
Right.
how do we know they didn't create like a photon laser up in the sky that magnifies the sun's rays and they can fucking fry a city from outer space?
They can. That happened in Hawaii.
That's crazy.
That's what happened in Hawaii. They said that the only houses that stood, I mean, we talked about this, was the ones with blue roofs.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else burnt the fuck up.
That's crazy.
And people said that they witnessed seeing a beam come down from the sky right before the fires. You know? So, I mean, I don't know, that's a legit talk, but I believe it, because how the hell is just all the houses happen to be owned by all these rich people? They all just happen to have blue roofs, and all their blue roofs just happen to not
Catch on fire.
catch on fire. Too many fucking coincidences in that shit. Too many. You know, that makes me think. If I ever buy a house, guess what color I'm painting my roof? Yeah.
ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
I kind of missed some of that.
Yeah.
So we just talk about the bomb, like, well, how we thought about the bomb situation, and then I basically presented him with the idea of what if they made like a photon laser
Got you.
that magnifies the beam of the sun, and they're just testing it out, frying cities to see what happens.
That makes sense. You know what's crazy? That, from what I understand, not the satellite dishes, the energy dishes people put on their ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that there's people that's actually the houses are catching on fire from the shit sometimes. Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder why that is.
Because the sun is different now. It used to be yellow, now it's white.
Right, and we were just talking about that. Actually.
Yeah, that's just giving them too much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They frying.
And they're probably not even using that energy, so it's just storing up in there. Crazy.
And knows how hot it's been on these days, and summer hasn't even hit yet, really.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's been hot.
That's facts.
I'm scared to see what the middle of like July brings.
Yo, for real. It's crazy you say this. When I look at the clouds, a few days ago, I was with Nazel, and we was looking at the clouds like, yo, look at them beams. Look at the beams going through the clouds. Not even the beams are yellow. The beams are bright white.
Yeah,
it's crazy. There's no color to them.
The light coming in from there, that should be a little more yellowish tint.
Yeah, for sure.
White.
It's crazy. It's weird, bro.
It's bright as heck.
What if? Ready for this one? What if? Because this is the guy said that he had destroyed the earth with fire, right? What if the sun turning white was the last stage before it blew, and then it became a what's it called when the star blows up? It becomes a supernova, which what the sun is, right?
Yes.
And then after the supernova, it blows.
Gamma rays.
It blows, and they said it's supposed to blow sooner or later.
I think a supernova is when it blows, right?
Yeah, I believe.
I think a supernova is when it blows up.
Well, yeah. What if it being white was the
beginning stage of it, power like,
or the last stages of it, and before it turned to a supernova, and when it turned to a supernova, that heat burns everybody the fuck up on the planet.
No, I feel you. I ain't gonna lie. I had a similar idea in my head one day, like when I'm like, yo, that sun don't look right. And I thought, yo, what if it's, because it's a star, right?
Yeah,
basically, the stars blow up, and then they send out them little gamma rays, and they
everything.
I mean, if you think about it, like we were just talking about it, like the nuclear bomb. If it went off somewhere, there's still going to be thousands of miles worth of damage because of the heat and the radiation alone. So if the sun has the same principle, and that radiation expands throughout the galaxy, we're all going to feel that. It's going to have to be buried like millions of feet in the ground if you really wanted to try or to get away from it.
Facts.
And even then, you're not going to go unscathed.
Right, and even then, you can't live down there forever.
Yeah.
You gotta come up sooner or later.
Yeah.
And when you do, it's still out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless you can grow crops going downwards.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Yeah, for real.
Unless you can motherfucking spice your DNA with the cockroach.
Yeah, y'all, they're going to be doing some wild stuff to survive. I mean, it's either that or become interstellar.
I mean, they're coming up with bunkers now, right? Everybody making bunkers and all this from what we hear now, right?
Yo, I really have bunkers set up to do. I seen a clip on TikTok where it's like 1,000. It was like 1,000, like $1,100 a month. Yeah, we can rent these fucking bunkers. People are renting them and living in them.
That's crazy. These niggas is renting out bunkers. Yo, it's a mortgage.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot what was that. I'm going to check into that a little bit more. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, if it's
somebody
a bunker
know
to
where
save
you
your
at.
life, yeah, you know where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So it's like, and if it's your bunker, you know it better than I do. You can kick me out. You could probably round me up, turn me into a slave. Like, I don't know what the hell you're going to do.
You could take
It's
my
your
money,
bunker.
kill me, stash me somewhere,
Right.
do something,
I
not take
don't
over
know.
your bunker again.
That sounds scary to me. Like, to me, a safe bunker is some shit that I built for me and my people, and we built it together, and we the only ones that know anything about it. Everybody else is, stay the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely
we gonna
wild.
survive is sticking together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Sticking together.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd love to think that the entire world could have that mentality with each other, but unfortunately, you got people that are just out for themselves, and you have to recognize that and protect yourself. Like nature, if nature is law, and God is nature, and we are part of God, then we follow the law of nature. And that means that we protect ours as much as we give, and we love others, but we do not let others hurt us or the people that we love. It's just that simple. If we all live by that principle, we should be straight.
Yeah, not everybody be on the same page, though. There's always a knucklehead. There's always somebody that wants to go against the grain, because that's just what it is, man. It's just
and that's what's
how
going
we
to bring
are.
our destruction, for sure. The fact that we cannot come together at all, for nothing. And it's so easy to do, but nobody wants to.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all, to A60's Blunt Truth.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm your mediator, Roman Christopher. The two hosts here, Razel and Yaiko.
What up?
We're going to get into our next topic. The Grand Canyon. So I'll read off a couple things that I found and see what you guys think about this, and also absorb some of this knowledge. So archaeologists have found evidence of many ancient cultures in and around the Grand Canyon dating back at least 12,000 years. These include the Paleo-Indians, the earliest humans known to have passed through the Grand Canyon between 9,000 and 13,000 years ago. They used spears with sharp tips called Clovis and Folsom points to hunt the Ice Age animals like saber-toothed cats and woolly mammoths. Then you got the Archaic that lived between 3,000 and 9,000 years ago. These people hunted and gathered plants, made stone tools, and created rock paintings and pictographs. They also carved twigs into animal shapes called split twig figurines and left them in Grand Canyon caves. And then you have the ancestral Puebloan, or Puebloan, but I'm pretty sure it's Puebloan. The Tusayan Pueblo, for example, was constructed around AD 1185, as indicated by the tree ring dates. The style of buildings and artifacts found there typical of this culture.
Oh, wow.
So what's your thoughts on that, Razel?
I think that probably the majority of those tribes that was living there were not Indians. Well, not Indians as you guys think, because Indians, as most people think, that the Indian that you used to see, the long straight hair and the red skin and all that, those are really Eskimos. You know what I'm saying? That came up here to help take over the true Indians that were here's land. And the true Indians migrated here from Africa, and it's believed that they migrated here through the Grand Canyon. And you're like, the Grand Canyon, well, how's that possible? That's Africa. The Grand Canyon's here. Well, they said that there's a trail, that if you walk through this trail and you stay on the trail from point A to the point Z, when you will end up in Africa.
By any chance, is it called the Trail of Time?
It might be. It might be, but allegedly there's a trail in the Grand Canyon that will lead you straight into Africa. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's interesting. Definitely got to do some research. I'm actually going to look that up while we
get
into this topic a little bit.
I mean, the Grand Canyon holds so many different mysteries, going along with the caves that they found, you know what I'm saying, that belonged to some of these tribes, and how precise they were, you know what I'm saying, how these people lived was incredible, you know, to live in the side of a mountain, where there's no stairs, you got to climb up and climb down to get home every day, to avoid, you know what I'm saying, your ops, you know what I'm saying. Imagine climbing up three flights on a rope just to make sure that you stay away from your ops. And every night you pull your rope up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I just found something that said, so it might be the Trail of Time.
Okay.
They said that there was a few comments that they were saying that it must connect from Arizona to Africa.
Right.
because they were saying there's something that they're not telling us.
Right.
From what it sounds like, that same trail goes from Arizona to Africa.
Yeah.
So they said it's possible you can actually not walk obviously, but
but travel that trail and end up in Africa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
a
interesting.
straight shot.
Exactly.
Maybe that's where supposedly Moses went with his people.
Right, because they said they walked for like 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Non-stop. Something like that.
To get away from the Egyptian army.
Yeah.
And the oceans came over and washed everything away.
I actually found a little map here as well. So.
See, now I have found a video of this guy. I can't find it now. I guess it's been taken down or something, or blocked, or hard to find. But he showed the Grand Canyon, and it was an aerial view of the entire area, not just the pictures that you see of the visiting sites.
Right.
But it was the entire Grand Canyon and the land masses around it, the mountains, the whole nine. And if you look at the shape of it, it looks like a giant dragon's body.
Wow.
Was just like laying on the ground, wings out, dead.
Yeah, that's wild.
And he's like, how can no one see this? But
Right.
when you look it up, they only show you a fraction of the picture.
Exactly.
So as long as you're looking too close, you're not going to see the full thing. Now, there's somebody else claiming that, this is out there. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're claiming that somebody saw a dragon flying around the Grand Canyon recently. A giant winged bat-like creature.
I wouldn't doubt it. Living in the mountains for years. Because to a dragon, probably, maybe like 50 years to them is just 1 year.
Right.
Well, 50 years to us, it's like 1 year to them. You know what I'm saying?
It's nothing to them.
So maybe it takes 300, 400 years to mature. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that giant dragon carcass,
Right.
that is the Grand Canyon, and let's say it had eggs.
Yeah.
And now them eggs is hatching. Like dragons are in history books. And
Right.
all over the world.
It's
they're
folklore,
in history
yeah.
books. So why is
biblical
that?
books too?
Where does dragons go? How about the other mountains? You ever see the other mountains who look like giants?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are crazy, laying down. You see their face, their arms, their legs.
Crazy.
That shit's like, holy shit.
Now, if you think about it, if the sun's getting hotter, and we've been through the cycle before, right? The sun's getting hotter. That's just enough heat for these dragon eggs to incubate and now hatch.
Yeah.
But before, when the sun was yellowish and even red, and before it became what it is now, it wasn't warm enough, so they couldn't survive. Now, the heat's coming.
What if,
So
like you just said, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Like you just said, how about in the comic books, remember how a certain shade of sun gave Superman powers and different one didn't?
Yep.
What if the white sun gives the eggs powers to incubate?
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the yellow sun wasn't doing shit.
And now
That
they're
would be
now
crazy.
They're all hatching and they're all, it's gonna be.
That would be crazy because that actually gets into that whole Antarctica thing.
Yeah.
How it's melting
Oh.
and they're finding all these different animals and species and all that below the ice that's melting now. They also did this one is not proven, but they've also done a test on one of the animals that fly, and they said this thing flies so fast and can fly so far that the technology we have can't even do a little bit of what it can do.
Oh wow.
They said this thing can fly from one point to the other like this.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that they don't even have technology for that. But this is all based on like calculations because this thing is moving.
I believe it because there's a bird. There's a bird. I think it's classified as a hawk. I'm not sure, but this shit flies so fast that even when they slowed it down, it was a blur. Like and it takes its prey, by like they're down and shit chilling. This flies by and hits them. Bang. And then before you know what happened, it hits them again. Bang.
That's crazy.
And it's so fast. Hawks in the air, hits them. Bang. And it's little ass bird, but it's like super fucking not quick, and it's you don't even see it coming,
So it builds power with its speed. basically.
Yeah, it's like getting punched by Tyson
That's crazy.
and not be able to see it.
That's crazy. You know what the name of that bird is?
No, but I'm pretty sure you can look
Look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh
So,
my God!
I did have a question with the Grand Canyon thing though. So, if there's a trail from Arizona to Africa, does that mean the trail has to be underwater?
Could be.
I mean, it only makes sense, right?
They could have buried it. Purposely?
I
Purposely?
don't see why it couldn't be underwater.
I mean,
Because other than that, how else would you get to Africa from Arizona but on a boat, right, or flying?
but see,
So
these maps
it's a trail.
are not geographically correct.
I feel you. I definitely feel you on that.
They're not. That they do that to make us believe that the Earth is a globe.
No, I definitely feel you on that one for sure. They definitely fucked up with our maps.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna get into the flat Earth.
Maps aren't real.
I'm not gonna get to the flat Earth or the round Earth thing. I'm not gonna get to that whole thing today on this segment.
We can't do that. We can't do that one day.
But I can get on the fact that the maps are wrong. You know what I'm saying? Since we're looking at a map right now.
Yeah,
Yo, tell us what y'all think. Y'all think these maps is bogus? What's going on with them? Like, does anybody study maps? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you want to put your opinion in there? Let us know in the comments.
I can say one thing, and this is my theory on things, Joe. Until NASA started showing pictures and spreading that the Earth was actually a globe, right? Until NASA, all the other astrologists, all of them, throughout history, ones that were able to map out the star system, was able to say or drew pictures all of a flat Earth. Any map you see besides the one that NASA portrays as being accurate, it's all been flat. Why would everybody portray the Earth as being flat, but sit there and says, but at the same time can tell you accurately what stars was which, what galaxies were which. Oh, over here is this galaxy, and that's this and this is that. Come on, man. I believe the Earth is round, and these maps are all bugged out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to believe the Earth is flat. I mean, everything else is round. Why the hell?
According to who?
Well, it's just the way nature itself is shaped. There's no straight lines in nature.
You just don't.
The human body doesn't have straight lines.
We said that before about there's no straight lines in nature, but at the end of the day, like I said, I would love to get into this another thing because I would like to go into it real deep.
Yeah,
but at the same time, though, bro, you can't have somebody sitting on the top of the north end of the world, the North Pole, and have somebody down towards the South Pole, and somebody's not falling off. And then you can't say gravity because gravity can hold water. If the North Pole is geographically set upwards, so you're standing upwards, we're standing upwards, and we're standing on Earth. You tell you, people on the bottom is standing on Earth too? How? That makes absolutely no sense.
I mean, magnetic poles.
Magnetic poles, but you're able to fly a paper airplane and throw things through the air. Things are able to float, but yet it has enough power to hold water and humans and buildings and cars and everything to the Earth. But yet, something like a dandelion, you blowing it, bubbles, it's floating around. Where's the fucking gravitational pull at? Why aren't something as light as a bubble not immediately gets sucked to the Earth? Because it is light as fuck. And it has enough pull to keep heavy things to the Earth. Why can you fly a paper plane? Why can you jump?
I mean, I guess mass density probably might have something to do with that too. Because eventually the paper plane falls down. Eventually the bubble pop.
Yeah, but it's not about eventually. It's about the fact that it was able to actually take off.
I mean, we could jump. Some of us could jump higher than others and stay in the air longer.
Right. And why is that? If gravity would keep you to the Earth. No, it doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. It just really, in my eyesight, it just really doesn't make. That's why whenever you see,
it's another one of those that go unanswered. Because you think there could be many things that can go against it. Because if you put a magnet and a magnet together, you could actually switch it to where it pushes it away as well.
right, all depending on if you have a negative and a negative or a positive and a negative. Yeah, of course. But water, if you put it in a glass, what is it going to do? It's going to level out.
It's going to stay in the cup.
It's going to level out. So if the Earth had a gravitational pull, wouldn't the water be just slightly tilted, depending on the pull of the Earth? Wouldn't the water in that glass have a certain, even if it was
a certain curvature to it, right? Because the Earth itself is curved.
It's curving. So what?
Right.
Why would the water be flat? Why would you look at you go to a pond or an ocean or a beach and you look out? The water is level because water finds balance. It finds balance. Finds a level point. If the world was round, that water would be running over here. It'd be running over there, and it'd be running over here, and it'd be running over here. Because it's not a solid. It's a liquid. We would have, watch out, because today's 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock, so at 4 o'clock, the Earth's tilted this way, so everybody decided to watch out for floods and stuff. No, the water stays balanced. Why? Because the Earth is balanced.
Then how do you explain things like bullet drop, for example? You know how they say, like if you're aiming at something 100 yards versus 300 yards, you're going to tilt your gun just a few more angles upward to compensate for the fact that as that bullet flies, it's doing this, it's coming down. You know what I'm saying? So eventually it's coming to the Earth. You know
no,
what I mean?
it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. What it does is it loses velocity and starts going down because it's losing velocity. So if you tilt it upwards and you shoot it, of course it's going to go up. But as it starts losing velocity, it can't keep climbing up because eventually it got to lose velocity. So what it starts doing as it's going up, it starts curving back down.
Right.
Because it's losing velocity.
But it's not with the same amount of speed, though. Sometimes even greater. So what's causing that force? What's causing that attraction to the Earth? Is my question. Like,
but it's not the same velocity.
My question is, right, if there's no gravity, then why does the bullet even come back down? Why don't it just keep going straight forever?
Facts.
Because of velocity.
Well, where does velocity come from?
Momentum. Which is created from the spark of the gunpowder.
So what you're saying is gravity doesn't exist?
No, it exists. I'm just saying that gravity is not strong enough to hold fucking a billion people and 20,000 trillion tons of water on the bottom of us to the Earth.
Unless it has a mind of its own.
Or something's pushing it down.
He's like, this nigga don't even smoke. He says shit like
but
this.
Yeah, it could be. We're talking about a solid object. If there's an up on a solid object, which had a bar, and then you gotta sit in here, whatever's on the bottom is gonna fucking fall off. I don't give a fuck because it's gravity. See, gravity wants it to fall. So if you're here, gravity keeps you on it. You can leave it because you got momentum and you got strength and you got force. So you can jump, you can fly, but it always wants you down. That's like birds fly and they soar, but eventually they start going down. Then what they gotta do? Flap their wings some more to gain momentum and acceleration. And if not, what they do? Fall to the ground because of gravity. So if gravity can get you down, anything that's down here is gonna fall off into space. It's impossible for gravity to hold you down here.
Well, I mean,
and hold you here.
It depends if the core of the Earth pulls like this.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But if it pulled like that, you wouldn't be able to jump and fly at all.
Why not though?
Because you know how strong the core of the Earth has to be to hold the water in.
Well, I mean, it's not just the Earth it's the whole solar system that makes that gravitational pull for each other. They all kind of cause this reaction for each other.
I don't know. There's so many things that are said. Like I've heard.
It's great. Fucking like, yo, it's a crazy debate.
Oh yeah,
It's a crazy debate.
I've
'Cause
heard stories that supposedly the center of the Earth is magnetic. So since outer space doesn't have any gravitational pull or any weight, it's able to hold things to it, so to speak. Some people theorize that centrifugal force, because the planet is rotating and spinning, is keeping us flush.
But you know what though?
yeah.
But then I question that too, because you know what I think to myself? If that's the case, well, when I jump in the air, why don't I fucking land in goddamn Texas?
Or float away.
Right.
Why? What about when you're on the moon and they be jumping mad slow, but they
Right.
land back on the moon? Why don't they just fly away?
But his point is, like you said, if you say something straight up, why isn't it when it land not at this amount of feet away?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why wouldn't it land damn near pretty much right where you shot it up at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because gravity's keeping it going straight up and straight down. Nothing's spinning, nothing's moving. Shit has all been alive. And the way they worded it, kind of like 9 times 3 is 27. The way they worded it, the math sounds right. It sounds good, so we believed it. For years. We believed it. This is what we were fed. This is what we saw. We were all born looking at globes. This is the Earth. Okay, this is the Earth. But people born 500 years ago look at a piece of skin, you know what I'm saying, with the map drawn on it, and it was flat.
Yeah.
Because it had the Earth, and it had the outer crust, and it had more lands, Asgard, and all these other different pieces of lands. And then you wonder,
at that time, they were still discovering different types.
Then you wonder, right? Check this out. This is why I wonder, right? So if the Earth wasn't flat, and that shit never existed, isn't it just a coincidence that in movies, Thor comes from like the land of the gods, and it's called Asgard, and outside of the ice wall, there's supposedly, allegedly, a continent called Asgard?
Like Antarctica?
Past Antarctica. Past the ice wall. So allegedly, there's a land. There's plenty of different islands, and they all have different names. But one is called Asgard. Now, where the fuck you guys just get that name from?
Yeah.
You know, we just call the place Asgard.
Earth is called Midgard.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And there's a place outside of the wall called Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
See, but they tell us Asgard is a fantasy place where Thor comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
You know, Vikings back in the day, they used to pray to Thor and to Odin.
To Odin, yeah, of course.
So, yeah, a lot of these fairy tales, like, you know, there's truth to every story, but they make it way too fantasized. Like, you know, it's designed to make you believe that it's intangible, that it's someplace that you have to acquire through death only. Like, nah, man, that's a ploy.
Yeah, Valhalla.
That's a ploy. Yeah, it's like, okay, you go to Valhalla, you go to heaven after you die. So basically, you got to suffer while you alive, and then you get to. That don't seem right. That's not a God I want to follow. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And it's to be said that Thoth was once Thor as well.
Right.
That's a God I would have followed, because what he did was give us the opportunity of free will to make the right choices. That when we die, we get to see something that's magnificent. And that's what it's all about. It's all about making the right choices here. So when we die, we're rewarded. I'm going to throw you, just like you did with Job. I'm going to throw you in the shit. I'm going to throw you in a bunch of shit. But are you going to succumb to the shit, or are you still going to rock with me? And I think that's the ultimate test. You want to know where we stand at. Even after all the bullshit, do we still rock with him, or do we blame him and start living a life totally against him?
Well, I mean, the thing is, our whole lives right now, everything is against the Creator's overall will.
Right.
Because, I mean, technology shouldn't exist. You know, we should be living off the land, helping one another, speak the same language, you know, advance ourselves in a way that is more helpful to the planet. The technology that we have is based on greed and sinning. Whereas the technology of the past, of the people that came before, a lot of that technology, I believe, came to help advance everybody, to further education. But at the same time, though, I do believe that the Anunnaki, or the angels, or whatever their names are, whatever you want to call them, to me they're all the same. When they start to see that, they panic and they don't like it, because they're like, you're starting to reach our level of power. We don't like that.
Oh yeah, nobody likes you to be on their level of power.
They come and they kick that tower down every so often.
Babylon, right? Babylon had a story of that as well in the Anunnaki tablets. They spoke on Babylon. They just named it something else.
Yeah, if you go into some of the stuff, like I watched one of Billy Carson's videos recently on a lot of the religious texts that have been out for the past couple thousand years, and none of them. A lot of the information that's in them has been drastically changed to fit a certain narrative. And if you go back to texts that or tablets that go back millions of years before man had gotten their hands on it to change anything at all, the texts were completely different in so many ways, and the way we were supposed to live is nothing compared to the way we're living today now, and that's the problem, is that we're holding truth to a source that was written by a person with an agenda, and that agenda spans for over thousands of years of control.
Yeah, I agree with that. It makes sense. I just believe that our goal is just to stay true to the word. And it's hard to believe what the word is, because, like you said, everything has been tainted.
Yeah.
For so many years, and that was part of the agenda to make sure that we don't know. Like, a lot of people don't know the Sabbath is not Sunday.
Yeah, I've been told about this. The Sunday's supposed to be the day off.
Sunday, no, not the day off. Sunday is just Sunday.
I guess Saturday was supposed to be the
Saturday
day.
is the Sabbath.
Exactly.
The week started on Sunday.
One of my friends, actually, he's a Christian. They're called man, I forgot the name of what they're Christians, but they're a certain type of Christian, and they believe Sunday is your day off from everything, from work, everything, from worship. Saturday is a day of worship, so forth, so on and so forth. I forgot what it's called, but I know what you're talking about, though. I know
I don't know about the whole Sunday day off thing. I just know that Sunday was the first day of the week, and he finished creating the earth and everything on it on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And that's the day he finished. That's the day you're supposed to worship.
Yeah,
that's creation.
But yeah, they believe Sunday is like your day off, your rest day.
So they teach us a Sunday, and they have all these pastors and preachers and reverends teaching his lessons on Sunday, all because it's just a way to mock the Father.
That's actually a great point.
Yeah, it's just a way. It's a way to mock him.
They do that a lot.
So okay. Well, people want to praise you. I won't have you do it on your day. You said you want everybody to do it on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I have them all do it on Sunday.
Yep. And you know what's even crazier? Why is it Sunday, like SUN,
right,
not SON?
Right.
Well, what if Sunday was the first day, the day God said let there be light, Sunday, sun. And then Monday, moon day.
Moon day.
The next day, Tuesday. Is actually the second day of the 2-cycle day that he created out of the, so now this is the third day, but it's the Tuesday. So it's, day 2 of the sun and then the moon. You know what I mean? And technically a 24-hour is actually one day. And then 24 hours the next day, but it's broken up, sun, moon, sun, moon, sun, moon, so 6 days.
Yep.
So there shouldn't be 7 days. Right?
7 days is supposed to be when you relax and worship him.
Right. You know what's crazy? Like, there was this thing that I was getting into. They was actually speaking on how we could be Mars children and not Earth children. That's possible. We're from Mars. Over Earth, because of the fact that Mars goes by a 23-hour cycle or something like that. Like, we fit more to the Mars calendar and the cycle of Mars than we do with the Earth.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
check
days,
that out.
the years, and all
Right.
that. Like all that, everything that happened. The way it works in Mars is the way our body actually is supposed to work. So that's why we're all off when we're down here, because we're a little bit off from the
Right.
timing. It was crazy, but we can get into that more on the next
I just
episode.
found a video I want to send to you guys. It's talking about park ranger that reveals some of the truths about some of the things they found in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
Word,
definitely tip on that.
We can definitely get back into that too. If y'all want, leave a like, comment, let us know what y'all think and what y'all want to hear about, and we could actually get into one of these topics again a little deeper. On the next episode. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. You know, thank you. Foster Khan. Yeah, we did a good job. We appreciate you guys.
Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment below. Let us know what y'all want to talk about, what you agree, what you disagree with.
Yes, sir. A6 Souls, Blunt Truth. You already.
It's your boy Yaiko. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and comment below. This is A6O's Blunt Truth. We out.